Greetings there, ladies and gentlemen. I am James Virgils, and I'd like to welcome you back to Zelda II: The Adventures of Link, where this video will actually be the continuing beginner's guide that I was doing on Zelda 2. And today we will be tackling the third palace, which is the Island Palace, which is, I have to say, one of the harder dungeons of the game, mainly for the consistency of where you are in the game to the enemies of the game. So, I left off at a level up screen, so let's get that life up. Fantastic. And let's continue. Through the pillars we go, and down the elevator. Oh yes, this palace is going to be fun. As in, very sarcastically fun. So, I don't know what these guys are, but their maces really hurt, so I'd recommend not getting hit by them. Yes. Wow. Okay. Those are actually Stealthoses, but with helmets on, I believe. And they might be called something else, but I'm not 100% sure. But the blue ones, just like the other blue Stealthos, they have down thrusts, so do watch out. And we have a Moo, which is not that difficult. They are worth 5 points, and this has 3 points each. We have these guys. Oh, jeez. There we go. I still can't remember what those guys are. They're like Waisus? Ouch. Got a Moa who drops flames. I recommend just kind of going to the right to kind of just get them come to be. And again, we need the actual glove if you did not get it from the... Wow, okay, so I recommend totally just getting the... well, obviously you need the glove for this palace. And complete the actual second palace. But I would totally recommend just getting rid of the bottom row here and just kind of making sure that you do not, this guy does not get in the same thing of you, and he will not touch you at all, which is pretty good. Because those maces hurt. I'm at level 6 life, and it takes off a full bar. That's a full 16 points of damage, which is not a good thing. And we got some red iron knuckles. We'll do our three block jump. And even though we're... Oh, jeez, this Moo, don't come. Nope, 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 I don't like this. I don't know how I actually survived that, but I somehow did. Okay, there we go. So even if you're tucked in with an iron knuckle, you can still take them out. I really don't like these moves, especially on blocks that I can punch through. And up we go. There we are, and up we go. Now here, you can actually jump this gap. If you do not, you have to use jump to actually get out. And we got another Moa, and another iron knuckle, red one, which is not that difficult if you take care of them very quickly and not let the Moa actually hit you with fire, or surround you by fire. And also I want to point out, this is like the only outside part of like the game that's in a palace, other than like the front part. I don't think there's any other part in the game that you're outside, that you just go outside. And we got a red one, which is like the normal Stealthos. They do not do the downward thrust. Now here, oh boy, this is where it gets good. We have, I'm not too sure what they're called, but they are very annoying. They're like the raw heads in Palace 2. Instead of they go kind of a, I don't know, they go up and then they go across, down, and then across type of thing, and they shoot things, and they do take off points if you get hit by them, which is really, really, really bad. Here, I'd recommend totally taking your time because these blobs will kill you if you are not careful. So definitely take your time, make sure they know what the hell they're doing before you actually know what you're doing. And this one is just trolling me right now. Come on. Come on. I'm over here. Come get me. Come get me. Come get me. Nope, nope, come get me, please, thank you. Or jump in the pit. Get the key and get rid of the iron knuckle as quick as possible. Ooh, teabag, awesome. Like I said, the most annoying enemy in this game is those blobs. Or bots, actually, they're bots, I should call them. So, definitely do not play around with blue bots. Absolutely not. So here we are, and this is going to be very, very, very painful, but we are introduced to a blue iron knuckle, holy cow, which actually shoots sword beams. And unlike us, if he gets hit, he just goes crazy with sword beams and not actually loses sword beams. And he does take a lot of damage. I recommend doing the same iron knuckle trick, but don't hit him constantly because he will hit you with swords, and those swords are actually somewhat painful. Oh, actually I did him normally, awesome. Alright. And I do have to say, wait until you reflect the sword shot when you take care of the key door, or the key door, yes. The door, because you will be temporarily stunned, because you cannot move, and he will attack you, and if you're in a vulnerable position, he will hit you. So definitely not. So we're at 150, which is pretty good, and we got the Raft, which apparently Link holds up with one hand, but anyway, we got the Raft, which is pretty good, and we just need it for one-time use. That's it. Hooray. But it is an item we need to get across to Western Hyrule, which that's where the Grand Palace is, and that's our ultimate destination. That is where the actual Triforce number 3 is, or the Triforce of Courage, better known as. Here we go, and these guys, these are like the second most annoying enemies in the game. And I can't remember exactly what they're called, but they are very annoying. I'd say charge at them and hit them as soon as you can. And I'm actually going to have to life myself because I am slightly dying. And slightly dying is not a good thing. There's just, for me, I have to say there's kind of a shortage of red magic jars and drops. Oh jeez, I was hoping I get a red, I'm hoping for a red magic jar instead of actual points from one of those big guys. Now this room is, oh my god, this room is terrible. So, start here, go down 2, hit these 2, go down 2, hit this, get the key, and get out of there fast. That is probably the best solution I can do. Because if you go all the way down, you're going to have to burrow your way out from one side door to the other. And that is not fun. That's the normal way I used to do, and I'm like, no, I can't do this anymore because it takes so long to do. Or if you don't want to get that key, you just ferry yourself through here, but you cannot kill any of the enemies in this room, so... Which, if you're going for speed and not killing, then that's okay. Let me get this. And, oh jeez, this is gonna be fun. Oh, this ain't good. I think I'm gonna shield myself, because I really do not want to take damage, especially in the next room. Just saying, this is probably where I'm going to probably die. If I die, I'm gonna die here. Okay, and still no red magic jar. Holy cow! This is like the. Oh man, this is. I have no magic, and I'm almost dead. This is gonna be fun. This is typical for me, actually. I'm usually dead at the end of this thing anyway. And hopefully one of these guys drop a red magic jar. They do not, but of course my attack goes up. Do I want attack? Yes, we'll do normal. I'll do attack. I was thinking for that to go to cancel to get to 2200, so I get my magic level up, so I get full magic. But hopefully, see here, I cannot use my jump spell. It's worth 20 and I don't have 20. And you're like, well, I can't normal jumps, I can't actually do this, so this is where you get the triple jump. And it is slightly hard to do, but you can do it here, so that's, I guess, how you do it. And here, I'm going to do here, oh jeez, this is going to be fun. Do it just the first one, and then go down, deal with this guy. Oh, this guy's going to be fun, especially at one hit. Alright, take your time. Because if not, you are going to get hurt, especially if you're almost at one hit like me. Oh, I don't know how I blocked that. If I had an extra hit, I'd be taking chances, but I'm not really in the position to take chances. Oh, jeez, this is... Oh, no magic jar! Holy cow. Oh, that was very silly of me. Oh, okay. Oh, beautiful. Oh my goodness, beautiful. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. I have magic, yay, fantastic. Oh man, if the red magic jar were there, I would have been like dead. Because there's no way I cannot get hit. Shield yourself, definitely. And holy cow, I do not remember this guy's name, but he's basically a blue iron knuckle on a horse. And his name starts with a C. I think it's Cat. I have no idea. I'm going to put it obviously in the corner. This guy's slightly tough, but he has a kind of weak point to him, so I'm going to try to exploit that weakness. Pretty much stand right about here. You're going to have to use down thrust. And just... whoa, okay. So if once you get him off his horse, you're going to have to wait until... Okay. Now you can actually treat him as a regular iron knuckle at this point, but I'm not going to. I just want him to get him into this corner a little bit more. And exploit the screen, which I don't seem to actually be doing. Which, there we go. And bingo, there we go. Now how that works is because the shield goes off screen and doesn't count as a shield, so I'm hitting his head without a shield actually there. That's how that trick works, basically. You basically have to charge at him, he has to go into somewhat over to the side of the screen, but not completely out of the screen because you won't actually be able to hit him. That's the thing, so that's how that works. If not, I would say just treat him like a regular blue iron knuckle, which takes a bit of time. But here we go, holy cow! The third crystal is restored. Fantastic. Holy cow, that is, like I say, one of the hardest dungeons to actually do. And we got a magic level. Fantastic. We are going along this game smoothly. Okay, so let us continue on. Now it's the palace just became a part of the rock cliff. And here we are, going places. But yeah, that palace, I've always had a trouble with. Even in my normal run, this is my beginner's run. My normal run is even, like, worse. That's the thing, so... Holy cow, and then we run up to King's Tomb quickly, because we don't want to get hit in the thing, but if we go over here, we actually run into another King's Tomb, but like an evil King's Tomb, and there's a red magic jar here if we need be. There is some bots. And I believe there's an actual Garaya over here, actually, too. Yeah, there's a blue Garaya. And, yeah, oh my god, we're at... Okay, so I'm actually going to get hit in the graveyard to show you that it is insane. I'm at the strong or the weak? This is the weak encounter or the strong encounter? I think, yeah, MOAs will take points off too. So, oh, this is the weak encounter. Okay, thank goodness. But yeah, MOAs are fast, slightly random, and they will take points off. And now I'll try to go for the strong encounter. Not as many MOAs, but we have to deal with Darias, and the red Darias too, while MOAs are going around. Down thrust is good, so that's why I said avoid when you're going from Death Mountain to Mido for the first time. Avoid the graveyard at all costs, because down thrust will definitely help you in the graveyard. So I was hyping up that to be like the worst thing ever, which is not. It's just very, very, very difficult. So once we have the raft, we can actually go on it. And we go to Western Hyrule. Oh my goodness, this is going to be fun. Because we need to make a mad dash to the town. And the enemies that we actually encounter, we cannot actually kill in the random encounters. So hopefully we can get lucky. And not... Damn it. Okay, here we are. We can actually kill these flies, but these other one, I don't know the fly's name, but the spiders are Tektites in this game, and we cannot actually kill them normally with they're armored. So we cannot actually kill them. But we go in this town. And what is this town? Welcome to Nabooru. Now, Nabooru is the Sage of Spirit. And for some reason this is not a desert town, but hey, that's before Ocarina time. So, let's continue on with the town. And let us go in here. Hey, what's going on, man? With boots, I could walk on water. Boots. Okay, well, boots. Awesome. Well, yeah, that's a hint of if we get boots, we can actually walk on water. I'm actually going to just heal myself. I got sword beams. Fantastic. There we go. That's also another way you can actually restore your life and magic at the same time. Now, oh my goodness! Now this wise man with the woman out front, it's going to be quite a quest. This is like one of the absolutely hardest quests we need to actually get this awesome spell. Let's talk to her. I am thirsty. So, she is thirsty. We have to get some water. Where's that water? Over here. Want to get some water? Let us go back over to her. You have water. Come to my house. Let's go in. That's it. That is it. This is the most ridiculous side quest, like, ever. Seriously, in this game. She couldn't walk at least a few feet over to get her own water. She had to actually get a random stranger that came from God knows where to get her water to come in the house. Seriously, like, WTF with, like, a huge question mark and, like, hundreds of exclamation marks. Seriously. Holy cow. Anyway. Nevertheless, is the spell good? Well, let's find out. This magic will make your sword shoot fire. That sounds pretty good, actually. So yes, it's the fire spell. So the fire spell is pretty much like your sword beams. So, but it goes all the way across the actual screen, and you're like, wow, that's awesome. Like, that's cool. We can actually just use it. It's not that much. It's only one magic. And we have pretty much, and you can actually shoot 2 fireballs. And it is mainly for armored foes. Yes. Major thing is that they modified the version in this game, like the North American version, where basically they had a use for the fire. Because in the original Japanese version, the armored foes in this one weren't armored in the original. So the fire spell was literally useless. So they had to armor some foes up where you actually had to use fire. I'm just really taken back by that when I found that out. It's like I always had to use fire because I always played the North American version, but once I played the Japanese version, I'm like, fire is not really that great. Ooh, little boy, what do you have to say? Jump into a hole in the palace if you go. Okay, thank you. Righto. And there is our healing lady. Holy cow. Hey, what do you have to say? See a man in Darunia before the islands. Darunia, awesome. Cool. And let us talk to this one. The river devil eats whose though are weak. Yes. Those who are weak. Yes. I need to have those words that come out of my mouth at all times. Okay, let's go in here. And we have a Ache, or would be an Aikman sprite. So let's talk to him. Doesn't say anything. Let's talk to him again. So just like the blob, you need to talk to him 4 times. You are persistent. Fine heart over ocean. So that's our heart container for, I guess, the area. So it's in the ocean. Fantastic. And if we learned anything from this town from a guy in the town, we need boots to go over the water. So we need to find boots. Where are the boots? Well, they're in the next palace, obviously. So let us go in the town again, because I want to get full magic. So let's do that. And then we need to, well, I'll get a few things, so why not? Or at least one. One? Yeah, we'll do one thing. 2? 2. We'll do 2 things before we say, because I do want to do a few things. So we'll go south first. We'll go into this cave. Alrighty, let's test out our fire spell. And Tektites will be hit by them, and I really hate those bugs. But not as much as, like I said, those 2 enemies. Like, I don't really, because they just fly randomly. Let's go in here. Got Tektite again. This is what I really don't like, is that you can't, if you don't have magic, you can't kill them, basically. So, I don't know, like, you can come to a thing where if you're not, like, screwed, but you can run through areas and you won't be able to kill them, basically. You have to run from them. Luckily, you can actually jump on their heads with a down thrust and you won't take damage. Thank God for that. Now, at the end of this cavern is a pea bag, but it's also one of these guys. Now, this armor we can't actually go through. We actually have to wait until his eyes open and then hit him. And we can't block his fireballs that he shoots out of his spine, I guess, or stinger. So we just kind of have to keep on going back and forth and hitting him to actually get it. We got a 500-point pea bag, which is awesome. Definitely worth it. Even if you just jump over, like, down thrust, jump over the guy, and then get the pea bag and jump over him, and just completely ignore the actual guy, then just do that. Because the 500-point pea bag is definitely worth it. But if you can kill a guy, that'd be great. And let us go up here. And thank God this is just the regular. This is the weak encounter of the grass area, which is you get 3 Tektites to deal with. Oh yes, these are good. Oh my goodness. Alright, there we are. They're worth 50, so that's good. Things are starting to get very expensive around here. Oh geez, okay. There's these guys, which are like MOAs, but they kind of go around randomly. And I always call them coconuts, but they're not coconuts, obviously. But they're more of a weaker class, so you'll get a blue magic dart from them. But they're really annoying. And I think they do take off a bit of life also. Okay, I'm just going to ignore them. Because I'm going to be fighting more in here, which I wanted to do in the first place. Oh, jeez. Okay, I can't actually shield it. Shield. Shield. Yeah. They do take off quite a bit, and I just wanted to get a payback here. Jeez, man. Holy cow. Okay. This is why I'm saying, you know, you need to be prepared to come over here. If not, you're gonna die a lot. Very much a lot. That's the thing. Okay, I'm going to just cheap out and get life. And life again. Full. Okay, go here, go back. And do this. And there we are. Okay. Holy cow, that was quite an experience. So, I'm actually going to stop it here. Because of all that chaos, I really just want to hear some nice, peaceful, calming town music. So until next time, you guys, I hope you guys are enjoying this. I hope I'm making sense. And just like pretty much my newer videos, I have 2 videos that you can go to. The top video is going to be yesterday's playthrough or let's play or walkthrough. And that it will probably be Life is Strange. I'm going through the entire episodes, which is currently right now 1, 2, and 3, episodes 1, 2, and 3, and going through it, and kind of interacting with it, but nevertheless, if you're into visual novels, I'd definitely check that out, but if not, below this will be tomorrow's video, which will be Final Fantasy II, and Final Fantasy II, the North American version for the Super Nintendo. Bad translation and all. Oh, yes. So, if you're into old school Square RPGs, basically Final Fantasy, more or less, definitely check that out. It's more nostalgic, and it's kind of a walkthrough, but more of a nostalgic trip for me. So, if you're kind of like, if you grew up with it, you might enjoy it. But anyway, you can always click to the next one, the next episode, which will be in the top right. And that will be coming out next week. So until next time, you guys and girls, because I don't want to leave anyone out, toodles.